I'm born and brought up in Bangalore, and Bangalore was very different back then. For one, there was no traffic on Silk Board. I went to college here. I got a bachelor's in commerce, which is actually very funny because no one in my family or extended family is a commerce student. Everyone that I know in my family is an engineer. Most people who study commerce end up working at bigger MNCs like Deloitte or KPMG or DE Shaw, because the placements that we get are around those colleges. Not many commerce kids even aspired to work at startups, although startups would have more business-oriented roles. After my undergrad, I ended up working at Grow. There was like a startup fair in my college, and there were 4 companies that I wanted to sort of apply to, and I remember housing.com was one. And I remember my friend came and told me, hey, look, there is this company that wants like a fresher marketing person, and why don't you apply? I remember I went and I spoke, and then 10 days later, someone just called me. I got a mail from them saying that my manager, Lalit Keshre, wants to interview you. Now when I think about that interview, I'm just like, I spoke a bundle of just weird things like the fests I had gone to and that I was best outgoing student. I'm sure a person like him did not really need to listen to me, or I'm sure he didn't care about those things, or maybe he did, I don't know. But he made me feel very nice about myself. He was like, oh, that's really nice. I'm sure you could contribute to this company. At Grow, I used to work with Lalit. I used to report to him. I think he is the craziest, most intelligent person I have worked with in my life. But he is also one of the most considerate managers you could think of. He will come and he will follow up with you saying that, hey, you told me 2 months ago that you are facing this issue. Is this okay? Are you okay? And he's brilliant. I mean, I don't think I could ever work with a talent like that again. At Grow, I was scaling their SEO. And we were able to get 110% year-on-year website growth. I wanted something a little more challenging. I felt that I was creatively inclined towards a few other things, and yeah, that's when I sort of left, and I did my postgrad, and then I joined Mint12. Marketing actually is very challenging in terms of the goals you have to achieve, the work you have to do, the number of stakeholders you need to coordinate with, and I think some of the most brilliant minds have come out of marketing. Vint is a very fast-paced environment. At the time Vint sort of started, a lot of other fintechs had also started. It was in 2020. All the leaders, all the good leaders that I have worked with have certain commonalities. Abhik is a really good leader. So if you ask him something, he will tell you that, hey, yeah, okay, I will get back to you about it. And in the next one-on-one, he will remember and he'll tell you that, hey, I think this is what you could have done, or this is what you can do, or he will give you a direction. So after Vint, I moved on to UB. The kind of exposure you get at a unicorn and the brand value that it adds to you is pretty nice. It was the first time I was working for a B2B company, so I had to learn a lot of things from the beginning, so that was cool too. I remember, I think 6 months into UB, everything was going awesome, it was all good, and one of Stable Money's venture capitalists was just talking to people in the marketing domain, but who have been in fintech. And I remember he texted me and he said that, hey, I'm just talking to a lot of people in fintech. Can I have a call with you? I got connected through my friend Simar. And I was like, yeah, sure, let's do this. And I spoke to him, and I remember it was an unusually long call. I remember I took it from office, and he was just asking me a lot of questions, and it was a very nice conversation that I had with him, generally about growth and marketing. 2 days later, I see a LinkedIn view, and it said Saurabh Jain has viewed your profile, and I knew of Saurabh as the CEO of Navi Mutual Funds. I didn't know that he had started something of his own. I didn't know that he had left Navi. And then, like a couple of hours later, the venture capitalist, he messages me and he says that, hey, Saurabh Jain, who is the co-founder of Stable Money, wants to talk to you. And I'm like, is this Saurabh Jain of Navi? And he's like, yes. It's like, oh my God, yeah, I know this person. I follow him on LinkedIn. He's like a mini celebrity in my LinkedIn life. So yeah, I mean, I'm open to a conversation. And then I met Saurabh, and it was just like a Katie call, and then at the end of that call he said that so listen, we are looking for growth people, and if you are interested, why don't you think about it? And then I kind of reached out to a couple of people who had worked with Saurabh and who I also knew, mutual friends, and everyone gave me like the ravest review about him, saying that, Narika, you would never be able to work under someone like him again. Like, this is your chance. Do you actually want to let it go? And I really felt that I got intense FOMO basically for the next 10 days. And I was like, oh my God, like, do I not want to do this? Am I making the wrong choice? And then I remember I messaged him and I was like, I'm open to a conversation, let's talk about this. And then he's like, sure. So then I remember he called me to the office and we had a conversation, and he told me that this is what I'm planning to build. And I was really moved with the vision and what he was trying to build, and really believed in the product. And and that's when I joined Stable Money. I think I was the 10th employee, and yeah, it's been pretty nice. So basically in marketing, I feel like a lot of people think that you need to work like insane hours to sort of reach your goal. But essentially, in my experience, there are 3 things that you need to do to be like a good marketer. The first is you need to understand your customer better. The second is that you need to know what product you're building and who you're building that product for. Know who your target group is. And the third is you need to have persistence. A lot of times, 10 campaigns that you make will not work, but the 11th campaign will work. I essentially am not sure what it is like to work at another sort of company. Like, for example, I would love working for a venture capitalist firm, which is also financial oriented, but I would love to work for a venture capitalist. I would love to work for a hyper-local company. Essentially, I think life has been heavily revolving around finance for me, so I don't know any better. As an early employee, we've been building this product for more than 8 months. Each and every person in this team has put their heart and soul into this project. We work whatever hours we need to, and this app and website is a fruit of that labor, but also that fruit of that love. Even if one person can come and tell us that, hey, this experience has been magical, or hey, the education that you put out for this product has been amazing, it would be a big win for me at least. And yeah, looking forward to the best.